Good afternoon, all. I welcome all the shareholders and panelists at this AGM of the company conducted by video conference through the CDSL platform. I thank all the participants for sparing their valuable time to attend this meeting. I introduce Mr. R. Shah, Joint Managing Director, Ms. Rita Shah, Director, and Mr. Sunil Marathe, Whole-Time Director of the company, and Ms. Visa Lakshmi Chandramouli, Non-Executive Director of the company. I also introduce Mr. Prashant Srivastava, Mr. Hemendra Kumar Shah, Mr. Khyati Shah, Mr. Jignesh Parekh, Mr. Shailesh Patel, Ms. Megha Samdani, Ms. Riya Kothari, and Ms. Hiral Patel, Independent Director of the company, who are also present at this meeting. Please note that the statutory auditor, secretarial auditor of the company, and the scrutineer for e-voting are also present at this meeting. The company secretary, finance manager, and CFO of the company are also present at this meeting. As necessary quorum is present, I now begin with the formal items of this 21st AGM. The company has circulated the annual report well in time to all the shareholders of the company, and I hope that everybody must have gone through the same. I now direct Mr. Bharat Soni, Company Secretary, to read the item of notice dated 25th July 25 and to highlight the business performance as detailed in the director's report.
Thank you, Sanjay sir. Dear shareholder, as we step into the further ahead under the theme Elevating Value, Empowering Life, we take a moment to reflect on how these guiding principles have influenced our strategy and achievements. Much like the athletes who strive for glory on the Olympic stage, with a strong focus over month and year, we too draw strength from the same spirit of relentless pursuit, reliance, and excellence. Our team's hard work and never give up attitude have laid a solid foundation for the long term success we are now poised to achieve, strengthened by your unwavering support. Sakar Healthcare has delivered a strong, consistent financial performance, achieving a CAGR of 17% in revenue from financial 21 to financial 25. Our revenue for financial 25 stood 1789 million with an EBITDA margin of 29%. These results not only reflect our operational efficiency but also provide the momentum to invest further in growth oriented initiatives that create exceptional value for our shareholders. A key pillar of our growth strategy is our bold entry into oncology segment. We remain dedicated to excellence in operation and scientific innovation. Our progress in developing and delivering cytotoxics oral liquid, HME enhanced solubility anti-cancer products and liposomal formulations stand as a proof of our ongoing efforts to improve patients' compliance outcome across the globe. With a continued investment in innovation, expansion, and operational excellence, we are confident in our ability to deliver long-term value to shareholders, improve patients' lives, and strengthen our impact on the communities we serve. Thank you for continued trust boosting. Together, let us move forward with more of focus, elevating value, and empowering lives. Dear all, the notice dated 25th July 2025 of this annual general meeting has already been circulated to the members electronically in compliance with MCA and SEBI circular to transact the following business through video conference, which are as under. Business number 1, adoption of audited standalone and consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year 24-25, the report of the board of directors and auditor thereon by way of an ordinary resolution. The resolution proposed is resolved that the audited standalone and consolidated financial statement of the company for the financial year ended on 31st March 2025, including report of the directors and auditors thereon, which have already been circulated to the members, shareholders, and laid before this meeting, be and are hereby approved and adopted. Business number 2, reappointment of Mr. Sunil Marathe, liable to retire by rotation by way of an ordinary resolution. The resolution proposed is resolved that the retiring director, Mr. Sunil Marathe, in terms of Section 152, subsection 6 of the Companies Act 2013, be and is hereby reappointed as a director of the company, liable to retire by rotation. Business number 3, considerations of remuneration payable to the cost auditor of the company for the financial year 25-26 pursuant to sections 148 of the Companies Act 2013 by way of an ordinary resolution. Member may note that the board of directors of the company, on the recommendation of the audit committee, appointed Messrs. Dalwadi and Associate Cost Accountant as a cost auditor for the financial year 25-26. As per section 148 of the Companies Act 2013 and applicable rule thereunder, the remuneration payable to the cost auditor is to be ratified by the members of the company. Accordingly, the board recommended the resolutions for the approval of the shareholder by way of an ordinary resolution. The text of the proposed resolutions for the business along with the explanatory statement relating to thereto is provided in the notice of the AGM circulated to the shareholders. I, with the consent of the members, take the proposed resolution explanatory statement thereto as a read. The text of the same is mentioned as at page number 21 and 29 of the notice of this AGM. Business number 4, appointment of Ms. Megha Samdani as a independent director of the company for the term of 5 consecutive years with effect from 25th July 2025 by way of special resolution. The text of the proposed resolution for this business along with the explanatory statement relating thereto is provided at page number 21 and 29 respectively of notice of this AGM that already circulated to the shareholders. I, with the consent of the member, take the proposed resolution and explanatory statement thereto as a read. Business number 5, appointment of Ms. Riya Kothari, an independent director of the company for the term of 5 consecutive years with effect from 25th July 2025 by way of special resolution. The text of the proposed resolution for this business along with the explanatory statement relating thereto is provided at page number 21 and 29 respectively of this notice of AGM that already circulated to the shareholders. I, with the consent of the members, take the proposed resolution and explanatory statement thereto as a read. Business number 6, appointment of Ms. Hiral Patel as independent director of the company for a term of 5 consecutive years with effect from 25th July 2025 by way of special resolution. The text of the proposed resolution for this business along with the explanatory statement relating thereto is provided at page number 21 and 30 respectively of notice of this AGM that already circulated to the shareholders. I, with the consent of the shareholders, take the proposed resolution and explanatory statement thereto as a read. Business number 7, appointment of Messrs. Nishant Pandya and Associate, practicing company secretary as a secretarial auditor of the company for the term of 5 consecutive years to conduct the secretarial auditor for a 5 consecutive financial year commencing from financial year 25-26 to financial year 29-30 by way of an ordinary resolution. The text of the proposed resolutions for this business along with the explanatory statement relating thereto is provided at page number 22 and 30 respectively of notice of this AGM that already circulated to the shareholders. I, with the consent of the members, take the proposed resolution and explanatory statement thereto as a read. Moving forward, I would like to inform the members that the statutory auditor, Messrs. J. S. Shah and Company, and secretarial auditor, Messrs. Kashyap R. Mehta and Associate, have expressed their unqualified opinion in their respective audit report for the financial 24-25. There were no qualification, observation, or adverse comment on the financial statement and matters which have any material bearing on the functioning of the company. The statutory auditor on standalone financial statement is available on page number 60 to 66, and statutory audit report on consolidated financial statement is available on page number 101 to 106 of the annual report. The secretarial audit report is enclosed as Annexure C to the board report on page number 53 to 55 of the annual report. With the permission of the chair, I will now proceed with the highlights of the business performance during the year under review. I am pleased to report that during the year under review, the company generated revenue and other income of rupees 178.89 crores as compared to 156.52 crores in the previous year. The profit before interest and depreciation stood at 50.94 crore during the financial year 24-25 as against 41.54 crores in financial year 23-24. After providing for interest, depreciation and taxes, the net profit of the year was 17.50 crores as against 11.67 crores in financial year 23-24. With a view to conserve financial resources for the future requirement of the company, the Board of Directors has not recommended any dividend for the financial year ended 31st March 2025. During the year, the company undertook preferential allotment as a part of capital raising initiative. On 27th December 2024, the company has allotted 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 374 per share to the promoters upon conversion of warrant. Subsequently, on 17 June 2025, the company has allotted 3 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 374 per share to non-promoter upon conversion of warrant. Post these allotment, the paid up share capital of the company stands at 22.25 crore. In line with the commitment to the society, the company has spent 35 lakhs towards CSR initiative during the financial year 24-25, focusing on initiatives that create meaningful impact in the community. Dear members, now with the permission of the chair, we are commencing upon the question and answer session. Ms. Swechha Jain, shareholder, has registered herself as a speaker for this AGM. Now I request moderator to unmute Ms. Swechha Jain.
Swechha Jain is not available.
Ms. Swechha Jain not present in this meeting at the moment. Hence, we are moving ahead with the next speaker. Mr. Rupesh Tatia, shareholder, has registered himself as a speaker for this AGM. Now I request moderator to unmute Mr. Rupesh.
Hello, sir. Am I audible? Hello.
Hello, Mr. Rupesh.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Jai Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Sanjay bhai. Nice to connect with you. Again, I think video is not there option. I don't see option for video. So I'm sorry about that. 4-5 क्वेश्चन था संजय भाई. एक क्वेश्चन ये है कि ऑन्कोलॉजी, आई थिंक लास्ट ईयर हमने 36 करोड़ रफली रेवेन्यू किया है और अभी 2-3 साल से ये ऑन्कोलॉजी का एसेट हमने बनाया है. वैलिडेशन हो गया, स्टेबलाइजेशन सब हो गया. सो FY26 इज द ईयर जिसमें ये जो ऑन्कोलॉजी का एसेट है ये सिग्निफिकेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन करेगा. क्या ये साल 100 करोड़ जैसा रेवेन्यू हम ऑन्कोलॉजी एसेट से देख सकते हैं? फॉर्मुलेशन, ओरल सॉलिड डोसेज, इंजेक्टेबल API. दिस इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 है कि आपने एनुअल रिपोर्ट में लिखा कि काफी डोमेस्टिक कंपनियों ने हमें TOT दे दिया है. जाइडस ने दिया है, ग्लेनमार्क ने दिया है, इंटास ने दिया है, एमक्योर ने दिया है. आई थिंक टोरेंट इज ऑल्सो अ कस्टमर. तो वो कैसा स्केल अप चल रहा है इन कंपनियों का? ये सारे कमियां मिला के जाइडस, इंटस, एमक्योर, टॉरेंट, ये सब मिला के कितना रेवेन्यू FY26 में हो जाएगा, अगर कुछ इसका आप आइडिया हमें दे सके तो दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 2। क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 इज कि यूरोप में आई थिंक आपने बोला था सेकेंड हाफ में यूरोप के फॉर्मुलेशन रजिस्ट्रेशंस मिलेंगे, बट ऑलरेडी हमें मिल गए। सो दैट इज आई थिंक जितना जब आपने बोला था उससे पहले ही आपको यूरोप में रजिस्ट्रेशंस मिल गए, आई थिंक 4 प्रोडक्ट्स के। तो यूरोप का सप्लाई कब से शुरू होगा? Q3 Q4 में कुछ यूरोप का सप्लाई शुरू होगा, वो कितना बड़ा बिजनेस हो सकता है? ये साल में 20-25 करोड़ टाइप बिजनेस इस साल हो जाएगा क्या? So that is another question. Europe and also Middle East, I think, yeah, Southeast Asia. I think that those are the 2 markets we're looking at. So that is another question. फिर I think employee cost last year 20 करोड़ से 31 करोड़ हो गया लास्ट ईयर। तो अभी ये ऑन्कोलॉजी का एसेट एक बार चलना शुरू होगा तो ये नंबर हम कहाँ देख सकते हैं? ये 31 करोड़ का 50 करोड़ हो जाएगा कि 35-40 करोड़ तक हम मैनेज कर लेंगे? अगर एम्प्लॉय कॉस्ट पे आप कुछ बता पाएंगे, बजट क्या है FY26 का? दैट इज अनदर क्वेश्चन। देन FY27 आई थिंक कैन बी अ बिग ईयर फॉर अस। FY27 मतलब लेट्स से मार्च 26 तक अगर 7-8-10 प्रोडक्ट का अगर हमें यूरोप में रजिस्ट्रेशन मिल सकता है, मेनी अदर मार्केट्स में मिल सकता है, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर आई थिंक वी कैन सी कि पूरे साल भर हम सप्लाई कर सकते हैं यूरोप को, साउथ ईस्ट एशिया को। तो थोड़ा नेक्स्ट ईयर के बारे में भी बताइए कि क्या नेक्स्ट ईयर कैन बी दिस ऑन्कोलॉजी एसेट कैन गो टू 170-180 करोड़ टाइप रेवेन्यू नेक्स्ट ईयर आ सकता है क्या? एंड फाइनल क्वेश्चन ये है कि आज या कल में एक क्रेडिट रिपोर्ट रेटिंग आई है हमारी, उसमें आई थिंक हमने लिख दिया है कि 8 से 10% ग्रोथ होगी। आई थिंक दैट इज मिस्टेक। I feel I think our growth should be significantly higher. I think our growth should be 25-30% this year. So इसमें कोई मिस्टेक है कि कुछ चेंज हुआ है कि हम हमारा ग्रोथ गाइडेंस कम कर रहे हैं? So ये सारे क्वेश्चन है संजय भाई, आश भाई, if you can answer, I will be very grateful.
Mr. Rupesh, our Mr. Bikramjit, our Vice President, are present. He will happy to answer your questions. I request moderator to unmute Mr. Bikramjit. Hello, Mr. Bikramjit.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing the queries. I will answer one by one. The first of all is the ramping up of the oncology portfolio what we have built up. Presently, we are filing the process of filing the dossiers because that is what we need for the overseas markets. And we have filed over 200 dossiers right now with means that is we have shared with our distributor partners across the regions, and they are in the process of filing in the respective regions, and out of which few of the products have already started coming, which is your second or third question that you have seen from Europe. We have already declared that, and maybe in a few weeks time we will also come out with a number which should be a double-digit number in terms of registration of the products in the overseas market. So that is one of the area which we are trying to fortify, because once we are through with the registration, then your next question comes in: when will be the commercials in the overseas market will start? So we are looking forward to, because there is a gap period in terms of registration and preparing for the dispatch of the products to the overseas market. So from the Q4, we are looking for this financial year. We are looking forward for the exports of these products, the registered products. You have also touched upon the second query of yours, which was basically the domestic partners who have associated with us in the recent past. So all the contracts where we have the listed products, those we have done the tech transfer or in the process. Some of the products we have already started commercials, and that's why you have seen the revenue in the first quarter also of the current financial year. So this is gradually ramping up in the domestic front also. And as you rightly mentioned, we are looking forward for a robust growth for this financial year with oncology. And I feel I have answered all the 4 queries what you have mentioned.
So moving ahead, Mr. Hitendra Pradhan has registered himself as a speaker for this AGM. Now I request moderator to unmute Mr. Hitendra Pradhan.
Sir, am I audible?
Hello, Mr. Hitendra?
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Hope you have received an email
Yeah,
with respect to your concerns.
Yeah, thanks sir for allowing this.
Yeah.
So I had a few queries. So just wanted to get some clarification on the dossiers. Like sir mentioned, we have filed 200 plus, but actually, we have, as per my estimates and calculation, like there've been 33 dossiers which have been filed for EU, right? For out of which we have received 2 marketing authorizations, so far, and we're expecting sort of 7-8 additional MAs this year, and more so in FY27 and FY28. So that was my first question. And the second question is, what is the revenue that you are expecting from the European oncology exports for FY26 and FY27? Like the previous speaker also mentioned, like, is it going to be 50 CR? Is it going to be like revenue upside that we are seeing from this MS? And my second question is on the CDMO part. So these are the domestic partners that we have tied up with, we got contracts from. So what is the, again, the revenue that we are, going to generate this year? Because as we have already in the ramping up stage, so in FY26, what is the revenue from the CDMO side that we are anticipating for FY26 and FY27? And my third question is, sir, what is the margin profile going to look like for the the CDMO this year, and when we do the MS and all, like next year, the oncology, like exports to Europe? So what is the margin for for these 2 segments going to look like? And is the US tariff going to change our margin profile? Either is there going to be any upside or downside to that when we start ramping up our oncology exports in the next year? And so the final question is on the, what has been our cumulative capex in our new plant so far, and what kind of ROIC we are expecting, because it has been few years that we have already invested in this plant, but we are yet to see the revenue generation and profitability from this plant. So what is the timeline like for this plant, and what is our utilization level that we are seeing for this plant by next year? Thank you, sir. That's all from my side.
I request moderator to unmute Mr. Bikramjit Ghosh, our Vice President.
Yeah. Just to clarify on the first point, 200 plus dossiers we have shared with our partners. You are absolutely right. The figure a few months back, it would be around 33 plus. Right now, the number is even higher. That's why whatever the registration we have received, you can calculate that was around 2 few months back, and we are expecting to reach a double-digit figure maybe in a few weeks' time. So that is the first clarification which I wanted to give. So the important thing is that whatever the dossier we are right now been spreading across the world is 200 plus. So that multiplication factor will definitely come in from the next financial year once we get the registration in hand. Now, coming back to the second point, that is the CDMO part. Again, the CDMO part, there are a series of products which are involved in that. The different partners, different products. So once we have the product mix, then we go for the tech transfer, which normally takes a few months' time. And that process we have started since last 1.5 years with different multinational partners of ours. As you rightly mentioned, we have the contracts with them. And once we get the full potential, maybe from the next financial year, regarding the products, what they are doing the tech transfer in our plant. And that is a substantial amount in terms of their portfolio of oncology products within the Indian subcontinent. Now, coming to the revenue part, obviously the oncology is a new portfolio for us. So whatever you have seen the current, the last year, we have recorded around the CR, which is nearing 200 CR. So that we are looking forward to multiply in the next financial year with oncology primarily, because that is the revenue what we are looking for. And also you have rightly mentioned here, that is the investment we have done in the past few years to develop that business. And important part is that there we have a value added and differentiated product also developed in the portfolio. So that will add up to that. And additionally, we have the business integrated with API. So this is what we are looking forward to for going forward in the overseas market, because we want to be a one-stop solution for all the partners in terms of product development, in terms of integration with the API, and then moving ahead with the final finished dose formulation in terms of supplies. So whatever you are seeing or you are asking in terms of whether a CDMO, whether this is getting now accumulated in one form. If you see, we have right now 3 marketing authorizations and we are moving ahead with 10. Maybe as we approach the next quarter, it will get multiplied with 200 plus right now in the market. So what is currently farming up is hinting towards next financial year a multiple in terms of the sales growth. Any further thing? Yeah. Please, Bharat.
Mr. Hitendra Pradhan, do you have any question? So,
Yes, am I audible?
moving ahead. Mr. Hirendra, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Am I audible? Sir, am I audible? Hello.
I request moderator to unmute Mr. Hirendra Pradhan.
Sir, you are audible. Mr. Hitendra, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was unmuted. I was muted earlier. So just a follow-up, sir. Like as you are saying, like the MAs are going to take time. By FY27 we can expect them. But in the interim, like our revenue is going to come from the CDMO. So what kind of margins that we are expecting, sir? Because our current margins are at 25-26%. So are we going to see similar kind of margins this year from the domestic CDMO revenue, or it can be a bit less? And the second is like from the European export on the oncology, when that ramps up in FY27, is the margin upside going to be higher? Is that going to be, can you take our overall margin mix towards like say 30%? So yes, sir. That's my final question.
Yeah, absolutely right. We are looking for an additional of 100 crore revenue in the current financial year. And as you rightly indicated, the margin will be touching around 30%. EBITDA, that is what we are looking forward with oncology adding to that value. So that is what we are looking forward to with the oncology product portfolio adding up, the gearing up, basically. I feel that answers your query, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, Indraji. Mr. Kiran Dhanwad has registered himself as a speaker for this AGM. Now I request moderator to unmute Mr. Kiran Dhanwad. Mr. Kiran?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please tell.
Perfect. Sanjay ji, many congratulations. Finally, the entire effort, आपका जो भी एक तपस्या थी इतना बड़ा केपेक्स करके वो सफल हो रही है अभी ये साल और अगले साल में. So many congratulations to you. I think there's been a lot of effort and a lot of tension. सर मेरा तो दो तीन क्वेश्चन है. एक तो FY27 में should we expect a 400 crore kind of revenue with 30% EBITDA? That's my first question. Or it'll be more like 300 or 350. So that's my first question. Second question, sir, is EU GMP हमारा 1.5 साल पहले हुआ था in terms of review. बाकी सब छोटे कंपनीज में हमारा not competition but other companies have had a EU GMP review and have had adverse observations. तो हमारा EU GMP process वो सब how are we taking care of it so that we don't get those observations, because EU GMP is I don't know what happened to the other competitor. That is the second question. Third question, sir, is in terms of Europe for next year. ये साल तो of course it will be domestic. Europe for next year, in terms of products, are there any large products that we are targeting, or will it be smaller products, because our registrations primarily is in Bosnia and Bulgaria, and we are tying up with a Scandinavian pharma distribution company as well. So just wanted to understand what would be the size of that, size of those molecules or size of those registrations. Can we sell a Bosnia registered product in Scandinavia and vice versa? So I just wanted a little more detail on how the European registrations will actually work.
Hello. Yeah. Coming to your first query, that is definitely we can touch 400 crore. That is what we are targeting for. And the second query, what you are having regarding the strategy in terms of the European market, there we have different registration procedure. And the important thing is the entry gate where we need to have the registration within Europe. So once we open up, we can move into the other markets. So that gives basically a door towards the 30 different countries once we have the registration. So if we start with Bulgaria, we can immediately move into the big five as well in the European market. So obviously the potential accordingly increases for the product. So I feel that is one important step what we have right now stepped into and open up the door. And with the 3 registrations in Bulgaria and more to come in maybe months time within the 3rd or 4th quarter. So that will definitely give us much more potential to move ahead with oncology in the European market. And obviously another advantage of the European market is that it has impact on the emerging market as well. So that will help in the registration procedure as well in terms of gearing up in the emerging markets.
Got it, sir. And the EU GMP risks, sir?
No, right now we are going steady on that. We are already, as you mentioned, we are already on a 1.5 year track. And we are right now manufacturing the products. Number of companies are getting the different analyticals and the database and the dossiers which are prepared in our plant. So you can see that we are right now on the international domain, international platform or as on EU standards. And if our dossiers are getting approved, because dossiers may be a simple paper or electronic data, but those are generated at our plant. So you can understand the standards what we are maintaining for our plant. So that is much more assured that we are steady in our UGMP approval and accreditation and steady to go ahead.
Got it, sir. Last question from my side, sir. In terms of oncology, either we're doing domestic this year and domestic plus export next year. Is it going to be primarily oral solid dosages, or is it going to be primarily injectables? If you just roughly tell, let's say, for example, the next 100 crore revenue for us, would it be primarily injectables or primarily OSDs?
See, the thing is that it's a mix of products. That's why if you have gone through our product list, we have almost around 40 dossiers in our portfolio, which is quite balanced with 2020 each. Because the acceptability in the market with the cytotoxic products is like that only. But having said that, the oncology injectables are having an edge in terms of value over the oral solids. So if you consider value-wise, it may be 60-40. But volume-wise or number-wise, if you consider, it will be equal.
Got it, sir. Got it. That clarifies, sir. Thank you so much. Sanjay ji, thank you. Congratulations again.
हेलो
हेलो
नमस्कार सर। हेलो, आवाज आ रही है सर मेरी?
Yeah, I can hear you.
सर, सबसे पहले तो आपको धन्यवाद दूंगा कि नवरात्रि के सीजन्स में आपने मीटिंग रखी और नवरात्रि के आशीर्वाद हम सब पे रहे और आप पर भी रहे और हमारी कंपनी पर भी रहे और आप हमारी कंपनी की वेल्थ बनाए और साथ में हम शेयर होल्डर्स की भी वेल्थ क्रिएट करें, ऐसी सर शुभेच्छा देता हूं। सर, आगे हमारा 3 से 5 साल का रोड पे क्या रहेगा? और अब हमारा ऑन्कोलॉजी जो इंजेक्टेबल प्लांट है वो चालू हो गया, अब आगे हमारा नेक्स्ट स्टेप क्या रहेगा कि हम और कुछ एक्सपांशन करना चाहेंगे या और हमारा रोड मैप क्या रहेगा जिससे आपकी और हमारे शेयर होल्डर्स की वैल्यूज बहुत क्रिएट हो सर?
Regarding oncology, the simple thing is that what we are planning for is entirely centered around oncology. The plant has different parts. If you see the research part, the API part, and the finished dose form part. As you mentioned, apart from injectable, we have oral solid also. Both the units, oncology tablet as well as injectables, are UGMP approved. And our vision of the company is right now to develop those oncology markets across the region, gain some marketing authorizations in our name so that Sakar can directly sell through distributors in different markets, different geographies. And most importantly, we can come out with some value-added products or differentiated products in the market. So that will be a scope which we can delve into in maybe in 3 to 4 years' time. So that is how the vision is, to consolidate the current portfolio with that both in the domestic through CDMO business and export in the overseas market, and to come out with differentiated products in a couple of years to 3 years' time.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Porwal. Other than the previous speaker, the company has not received any request from any shareholder to register as a speaker to this AGM. And with this, I conclude the question and answer session. Moving forward, as stated earlier, as this meeting is being conducted by video conference pursuant to MCA circular, and hence the voting is only through e-voting for all the agenda item for this meeting. Members voted through remote e-voting between e-voting period from 20th September 2025 to 22nd September 2025. The remote e-voting has already been completed yesterday. Members may note that the facility for voting on CDSL platform is now open for the shareholder who have not voted earlier, and will continue to be available till 15 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. Members are requested to vote as voting lines are open. The Board of Directors has appointed Mr. Kashyap R. Mehta, and failing him, Mr. Yash K. Mehta, partner of Kashyap R. Mehta and Partners, practicing company secretary, as the scrutinizer to supervise the e-voting process. The result on e-voting will be declared within 2 working days and also will be communicated to National Stock Exchange. The resolution as set forth in the notice shall be deemed to be passed today subject to receipt of requisite number of votes. As we draw this AGM to a close, I would like to take a moment to formally acknowledge and inform you that our esteemed independent directors, Mr. Prashant Srivastav and Mr. Shailesh Patel, will be retiring upon the conclusion of this meeting, and Mr. Hemendra Kumar Shah will retire on 27th September 2025 in accordance with applicable provision of the Companies Act and our Article of Association. On behalf of the board, the management, and all our shareholders, I wish to express our heartfelt appreciations for their immense contribution to the companies during their tenure. Their deep experience, thoughtfulness, guidance, and unwavering integrity have significantly strengthened our corporate governance framework and support the company's growth journey. This presence on the board will sincerely missed. We extend our warmest wishes to these for continued success, good health, and happiness in all their future endeavor. Thank you once again, and thank you all for your continued trust and support. We look forward to another successful year together. Dear shareholder, as we come to the close of today's annual general meeting, I, on behalf of the company, the board of directors, and the management, extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the esteemed shareholders of your presence and for the valuable trust and support you continue to place in us. We are thankful for your insightful question, suggestion, and encouragement, which strengthen our commitment to deliver sustainable growth, create long-term shareholder value, and contribute meaningful to the society. I would like to place on record our appreciations for the guidance on the board, the dedication of our employees, and the cooperation of all our stakeholders, regulators, and partners. With your continued support, we are confident of achieving greater milestone in coming year. Thank you once again for joining us today. Wishing you all good health and prosperity. With this, the formal proceeding of annual general meeting are concluded at 1:43 p.m. Shareholders are requested to cast vote on the resolution as voting lines are open for another 15 minutes from now. Thank you all the shareholders for joining this annual general meeting. Thank you.